You have an object in your hands. It has a mass. You're accelerating the object in front of your body, which creates a force. If you want to move that object with control and precision and not fall over, you're going to need to stay balanced by countering that force. And the way to do that is with your back leg. LeBron posted some of his golf swings on Instagram midsummer, and people love to look at them and comment online about how, even though he's a great athlete, at least his golf swing isn't as good as theirs. And I'm here to say that LeBron's early swing, the one that I'm showing here, specifically his lower body and that back leg being in the air to counter the force from the accelerating club, is the correct motion to have in the golf swing. The move more specifically is from slightly before to slightly after impact, like I'm showing here, where the back foot is moving nicely in sync with the club as a way to stay balanced on the front leg. This move is natural, athletic, and dynamic, and it's the move that all other sports use, and we should too. Bowling is a great example of this lower body movement to keep balance, and most people understand that it is the correct and obvious form. I searched for who people consider as the best two-handed bowler, and the name Jason Belmonte came up. And you're seeing with his form that with a very large mass in his hands to one side of his body, that he's accelerated and has accuracy that he wants, precision, and needs to keep balance on that front leg, and he uses the back leg to counter the side force of him throwing the ball. And I say bowling is a great example for back leg counterbalance because it's so widely accepted that it's known to be needed to have any skill in bowling. They all have it, and you really can't imagine any form without having the back leg counterbalance. Ken Griffey Jr. is the great example of someone who uses back leg counterbalance in a baseball swing. If you search online for people who say who has the best swing of all time, Griffey turns out to be number one. MLB posted a swing video of this on the baseball subreddit, and that's what I'm using here. You can see he has great balance on his front leg and does this by lining up his back leg already behind the front, but also during the swing lifts it in the air and makes that dynamic move while the bat is going through. Since he has to run to first base, which is behind his back, you can see his back leg bouncing around the front as well. Yeah, there's a reason he's the best swing. Moving to the other side of home plate, we can see Hank Aaron is a great example of somebody who uses the back leg counterbalance. Again, it is for control of the bat that is accelerating through. If you want to have it be on plane with the control, you need your back leg behind you to counter the force going forward and keep that from having to be twirled around. Now, the difference from Griffey and Hank Aaron is Hank Aaron's running towards first with where his chest is facing. So he keeps his back foot behind him and uses that to push off to first. We don't really have that in our golf swing. We're not running anywhere. We'll have balance, but I wanted to give Hank Aaron as an example of somebody who does have this and make sure it's known that it's not just from one side of the plate versus the other. All swings should have back leg counterbalance. You probably guessed it, the last sporting example I'm going to give is the backhand disc golf throw. It is the motion that is most directly matched to what our golf swing should be. And this is Leon Sonnleitner from a video he titled A Chill Practice Round, where he films himself throwing different types of shots from different angles. But in every case, to counter the force of the disc that is in front of his body and in his hand, he uses his back leg off the ground dynamically to stay balanced. It is the natural throwing motion, just like LeBron is showing us the natural swinging motion. Now, a backhand disc golf throw is the most similar to a ball golf swing, where we're both aligned parallel to the target and we're not running anywhere after the completion of the motion. We want that power and control. They have a disc where they want to control the speed and the angle at release. We have a club where we want to control the speed and angle at impact. Probably the biggest difference is that if you're a little off with that speed and angle with a golf club, the miss isn't too bad. But if you're a little bit off with a disc nose angle or rotation or release point, it is glaring, which is again why we need to throw discs to get better at our golf swing. Have I mentioned that Leon's right-handed? Now he's a lefty. Pretty darn similar look to me. Now that you've seen a lot of these lower body motions from other sports, hopefully you can look at LeBron's swing again and see how his lower body fits in. Even if he's not using the upper body and arms in a good manner so far, the overall motion should look pretty smooth and definitely controlled and balanced. And to really highlight what it looks like when the back leg counterbalance is taught away, here's LeBron swing a little after getting shamed into keeping his back foot on the ground. Things like needing early body rotation, scooping the club to delay the force in the hands, and some out to in of the club path, all to keep his center of gravity under his feet so he doesn't fall over. Bad moves that weren't needed before purely because he now doesn't have back leg counterbalance, the move that all other sports use. And Scotty Scheffler's foot move that people online say is crazy and shouldn't be taught is literally the same move that all other sports use, the one that gets taught away in a golf swing to everyone other than him. And there are many other reasons we can come up with as to why he's the best player in the world, but in terms of ball striking, him using his back leg to counter the force of the acceleration of the club in his hands, allowing to have him more control, is a massive reason why he's by far the best ball striker compared to everyone else.